Welcome, this is Stephanie with Growing from the Woodpile, and this is a fall cleanup and replant. Had a big storm come through. I think I want to take these Roselle hibiscus and somehow tether them back up. They've all fallen over. I need to find some recipes. So let's grab this one. So I only have one hand, but this is what I think you do. This thing right here. With one hand, it's kind of hard. I think you pull that out, and then I think these right here, this is where you can dry for tea or you can boil them fresh. And then right in here is the seed pod in this. Hey, garden kitty. Should have put my other mounting thing on. So that in there is the seeds. So I have a ton of seeds to share, but I need to clean that plant up. See how it stains your hands? Also, got out here early. These are my big basil chop and drop. This is all basil and basil. And these plants back there, they're basil. That one was huge, basil. It's my only okra plant that survived. What's over here? Basil that I haven't chopped and dropped. Basil, basil, basil. Yeah. I planted a lot of basil. That's basil, Thai basil, Thai basil. Over here, oh look, basil in with the strawberries. So, my goal for today, maybe I'll do some updates in it. I went through and I pulled out most of the basil in these plants because I wanted to plant some other things in there. I did save this lemon basil that still doesn't look too bad. Don't know why I saved this basil. He'll be coming out. I tried doing this. I was curious to see if I cut this basil off, it will regrow from those little sprouts. It's a little late in the season for basil. Dropping down to the 90s now. It's cooling down. But my goal of today is to get in here and plant some fall stuff. All my toi choy and broccoli, royabi, all of those, they didn't make it. So it's a replant. I'm going to get in here, do a replant, and I'm here for 6 days, so I have a chance to water these every day. That's the only bad thing I don't like about the GreenStalk is until you get the seeds going, it's not really set it and forget it. It's set it, water it every day until the roots get long enough, and then you can water it from the top. But I'm going to get into planting these. I know I've done another video on this, so I will try to link it. Yeah, that's going to happen. But I'm going to show you how to maybe plant a few, water it, and oh yeah, I need to clean up this side of the yard too. This is the eucalyptus tree, along with some purple basil or opal basil. This basil, 2 basil plants trimmed down, trim some basil plants in there, and again, this Roselle hibiscus over here, I need to somehow support it back along this wall. This is one of the flowers in it right here that's starting to bloom. It has the prettiest flowers. So I don't know if I'm gonna like Roselle hibiscus or the work to do the jam, but I will probably plant it again because I like it. And garden kitty, stay out of there. She's trying to get a lizard. Well, I'll be back. Finished the GreenStalk. Did a different approach. Before I would randomly put things within the little buckets. This time, this whole row is broccoli rabi. This whole row is Chinese broccoli. This one is early white kohlrabi. So it goes all the way around the whole tier. And I'm just gonna go with that. It was easier. I could do one stick like this. It says cilantro with a little arrow. Means this whole row. All right, I'm gonna continue on. Having a little burnout right now. Gotta get my gardening mojo back. I look at these peppers and they just make me sad. It makes me wanna give up. Don't know what's wrong. Don't know what they're doing. Then look at this marigold. It just did it himself. So things die. Things want to live. Speaking of want to live, in this pile of dead basil, look at this zinnia. Don't know how you're living, but now that I know you're there, I spray some water on it. Everything else is on drip, so I don't know why it's living. And then you get garden kitties. They make you happy. I'm garden kitty. Yeah. Hi. All right, keep on living. Garden cleanup done for at least a couple of weeks. Went in and cleaned up a lot of, well, biggest differences here in the melon beds. Cleaned up all the spider webs and the old Kajari and baby watermelons. I did leave one plant here. Has one little guy right here. I think he has another one over there. But I did a bunch of cleanup in here. Cleaned up some of these fabric beds. Planted garlic in them. Went through the aisles, kind of cleaned up down in there. Got the plants I bought in. I mostly bought herbs, some peppermint and rosemary, replacing some. Didn't do a whole lot over here. The cucumbers, they look bad, but they keep producing, so just gonna let them be. I left this kiki melon here. He has 1 and 2 there, so I'm just leaving him be. But yeah, mostly cleanup is done. I will have to wait till I can bribe a son to come help me pull this mulch up and put down some weed barrier because it did not keep out all this crabgrass. But thank you for learning and growing with Woodpile, where cleanup's not my funnest job I do.